In this video, I will show you how you can use the config and set the configuration of the Price Labelizer script. First of all, we have a few sections, and the first one is the main configuration. And this consists of the main configuration and the price configuration. And I will guide you through all of the explanations and use cases. Please read the description and follow best practices, which I will include in this video. Then for the main configuration, you have the number of days. This is quite straightforward. This is the number of days that the date range will be used in the script. So if you set it to 30 days, it will use the past 30 days. It is in combination with the conversion lag in days. And the minimum is 1 because today's data is not always fully populated, so you don't want to use that, but you want to use the data from yesterday and the days before that. If you set the conversion lag higher, because you get the data from Google Ads that you see, okay, the conversion lag is longer, then what you need to do is change that number, and it gives the data from, like, if you set it to 3 days, it will not use the data from the past 3 days, but use it from the 4th day and then everything down to 30 days from that point back in history. Then your merchant center ID. You need this to get your product data from your feed. Then the name of label. You can use this for multiple use cases, and it will only get the performance metrics of the specific campaigns which you apply the label to. You can do this for brand and non-branded campaigns or for specific countries. Please note that the label should be created at single account level, not at the MCC level, because the script can only look at account level labels. Then we have the profit margin in percentage. This is your average profit margin for all of your products. And if you're using post bidding, then set it to 100%. Then we have the price configuration. And this is how we use the prices in your overview tab and how these are calculated. So we use two different options, or you can use two different options for the price difference method. So you can use absolute or percentage. So absolute is the difference in numbers, currency or money. So if you set this to absolute and you use the price difference absolute, it's, for example, 10, then it takes a look at the difference between your price and the average price, if it is 10 euros cheaper or more expensive. And percentage is in percentages, so if it's 5% cheaper or 5% more expensive. And that is something you can set the 5% in the price difference percentage. Then you can also add a break-even percentage. So at the price of your product, you can set a average for all of your products that, for example, 60%, then everything under 60% is not profitable anymore and my margin is 40%. Then we have the optional configuration, and this consists of the filter configuration and the advanced configuration. For the filter configuration, it's quite straightforward. Every value is from your product feed. Only brand is something you can set it yourself in the feed and can consist of different values. And availability, condition, and channel has certain pre-values that you need to use, for example, in stock, out of stock, new, used or refurbished, and online and local. Then for the advanced configuration, you have your graphs period, which is in the number of days for the date range of the graphs. So every graph uses a specific date range based on this number. If you set it longer, it will show more days. For the advanced graphs, this is for the sheets, the graph segments, and graph single product. And you can use this to enable those sheets with the graphs in there. But please note that when you enable this, there's a complex calculation happening in script, and it may result in timeouts. If this happens, you need to set this setting to false again, because otherwise you will not run the script anymore. And that is everything you need to know about how you can use the config for the Price Labelizer.